Tech, so we'll see. So, how are you?
I'm doing good. What about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. We got to
Nice.
see each other in real life today, which is cool. And now we're on a screen, which is great too. But I want to just first say, like, I'm so grateful for you in my life because I love you and you really, really make me feel like seen and heard. And it's just so nice to have a friend to be like, this is going on in my life and not to have any judgment and just to like have that support. It just feels so darn good.
It feels amazing. I was actually thinking about you the other day. I was driving and I was like, it's so funny how we met. Like you came into the house and I feel like we just clicked organically
Yeah.
from the moment we met.
Yeah.
I think that happens and that's life. I think we were meant to meet because I just put that flyer for my mommy group online and like I don't get many people from, social media or Facebook. This normally happens like through people and you saw it and it's funny because most people like want to talk to me on the phone for an hour before, like get to know me, like ask me a million questions. I was like, are you coming? You're like, yeah, I'll be there. Like,
I
didn't
was
even
like,
talk
I'm
to me.
there. I'm there. I don't know
Yeah,
who the hell you are, but I'm there.
yeah.
Because I think one of our mutual friends on Facebook posted it and the exact wording that you had on there was like, I need this. It was exactly what I was looking for, like verbatim. It was like a mom group focused on wellness, like sitting together, being in community. I forget. Like, what else did it say? But whatever,
Self-care, connection, probably everything you're saying. Yeah.
yeah, whatever it said, I was like, I need that. I've been looking for this literal exact thing. And I had thought about starting something exactly like your mommy group. And so I'm like, I'm going. I'm definitely going. And it was really fun because I got to talk about my podcast. I got to talk about like who I am as a person, not just like who I am as a mom,
Hmm.
you know? So are you, on a scale from one to exhausted, how are you this week?
So today I'm a little better, but I think it's because my daughter's in camp and because we met for a matcha tea, which always helps boost my mood when you're talking and having tea with a great friend.
Yeah.
So that definitely helps. But to be honest, it's been an exhausting week. It's new. I'm now homeschooling, so my daughter's normally home with me like all the time, and I have a toddler, and we're doing this conference, which I'm super passionate about. But it's like the balance of that and business and the kids and the house and um, I've noticed my temper has been not so great, like with the kids, which is like something I like strive in, like being patient and that's off. So it's funny. The other day, I was like, I wish our summit was today. Like, I need nervous system tools. I need like more conscious parenting tools. And last night, I actually started reading The Good Inside again by Dr. Becky. And just even doing like those routines helps so much. But when you get out of the routine and you're not doing it, you get depleted. So just trying to get back into the swing of the work, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Okay, so on a scale from one to exhausted, I'm like a one or a two this week, which, it ebbs and flows, right? And I think it's so helpful having a partner in business and in this conference and just in so many of the things that we've partnered on who like has my back. Because, like, on the weeks when you're exhausted, it's like, okay, I can do a little bit more. On the weeks that I'm exhausted, it's like, maybe I can do a little bit more. There's just, I don't know, it's like such a nice balance, and I think that was something we were both looking for, is like we need like a teammate, and it helps with that ebb and flow of exhaustion, I think, for sure. So I'm not exhausted today, I'm not exhausted this week, but last week I was exhausted. And like there are just weeks that I feel so depleted, and in that space, like it's so funny when you're like in a space, when you're like in a rut, you're in a rut, right? Like I always know, like, oh God, I'm in a rut. I'm exhausted. Like I need this, I need that. And it feels like so much to like climb out of it and just like do the meditation and do like the self care practice. Like doing the shit that I know I need to do still feels like really hard, even though I know what it is that I need to do, like in those weeks. You know what I
it's
mean?
easier to just watch TV. Like
Yeah.
some days I'm like, it's so easy to just like zone out and watch TV.
Yeah.
So I have to get really diligent. Like the past 2 nights, I was like I as soon as my kids went to bed, I turned off my Wi-Fi. I sat in front of my red light, I meditated, and then I read for like
Yep.
30 minutes.
Yep.
And I feel like when I'm in that routine, my sleep is so much better. And even though this week my sleep actually has been really good, like my Aura ring says like 90%, which is like amazing.
Is that
But
good?
I
I
think
don't have an Aura ring, so I don't know. Is that
yeah,
good?
really good.
Okay. It's an
Great.
A, right?
Yeah, it's an
Okay.
A.
Okay.
But I think that when you have so much going on, and it's not like back in the day, like we've talked about, we're doing everything, by ourselves.
Yep.
And I feel like that can feel like complaining, but it's not really complaining. It's just the truth. It's like, I cook 3 meals a day and I take care of the kids and run a business and, and we have all these passions and things that we want to do and complete, but then we get depleted. So I think like the self-care and the nervous system work and the constant, slowing down, even like just slowing down. And, even with homeschooling, like this year, I'm going to implement a time, like quiet time. And like, if Zoe doesn't want to meditate, then she gets to go in her room. Like I am going to meditate. Like I think it's implementing those structures every day. I don't know. What's your thought about it?
Yeah. Okay. So I love the quiet time idea. I could never implement that. Like when I was homeschooling, and who am I kidding? I can't implement it now. But I think that is so needed. That
But we'll
just
see
like
how it goes, girl. I don't
we'll see
know.
how it goes. We'll see
Yeah.
how it goes. Like, okay, I have this thing where I like create this ideal vision of what everything's going to be like in my head. And it's like sunshine and rainbows and butterflies. And then in actuality, there's like spaghetti sauce on the carpet and there's like somebody's always screaming inevitably. And it never quite goes like that way that I envision it. And I think that like when shit goes off the rails, and it does like 10 times a day, like easily, that's when we slow down, we take a breath, we get back to what do I know I need in this moment? Do I need to walk away? Do I need to take a bath? Do I need to scream into a pillow? Do I need to make a phone call and have a hard conversation? Like we know what we need. Like we know what we need. We just have to slow down enough to pay attention. And so yeah, I mean I think that all sounds amazing, and I think the quiet time is helpful. And I just want to say, because I don't know who's tuning in, we're live. Maybe there's nobody here, but if there's somebody here, hey, and I'm so glad you're here, and Ashley, so glad you're here. I'm gonna show this little banner on the screen. This is our event, which is coming up October 25th. It's called Rise and Flourish. We started by naming it a conference, and then we named it a summit, and then we decided that we liked the words Rise and Flourish, and we don't really even know what it is, but it's really awesome, and it's an event that we're putting on, and it's all about education and self-care and community. And it was born over like butterfly pea lattes and lots of, well, I was going to say lots of complaining, but a little bit of complaining and lots of love, really. And we were coming to the table, and you were like, I have this idea for this thing, and it's like a thing with people and speakers. And I was like, oh, I have an idea for a thing, and speakers and women and moms coming together and really like being taken care of and really taking care of ourselves and each other. And so that's how the event was born. I'm going to show it one more time. That links to the landing page to register. We've got an early ticket rate going on right now. We are thinking about extending it, but right now, as of today, in this minute, it's up until August 11th, the early ticket rate. So if you know you want to join us, come join us. And so we're talking about exhaustion today because it's something that I don't know if any of you else out there deal with exhaustion. I'm sure that every one of you does, like mom or not, woman or not. And so it's one of the things that we're trying to figure out, like when we are inevitably exhausted, what are some of the things we can do to make ourselves feel better? I think you want to tap in here, Ashley, with the mission and like the whole reason that it was created, like the sentence that we kind of deduced of like healthy moms and what we do as moms when we're healthy.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I can't speak for anyone else, but when I have more self-care in my day, I am so patient with my kids. I am so loving. I'm more present just with anyone around me. And that's what I want to create more for myself, but more, share that with other people. And you and I both know so many amazing people, right? They're just people,
Yeah.
but people who have so many skills, like that can teach us about conscious parenting, nervous system work, somatic work, how to get into our body and like really feel what's going on. yesterday when I was reading Dr. Becky's book, she was saying, get curious. Like a behavior is only the outward part, right? There's always something underneath the behavior. And it was interesting because it's like, I can have a tantrum too. I have them all the time, right? I get mad, I throw something, I curse or something. And it's like, it has nothing to do with that moment. It's a buildup. And it's like, if we get curious, well, why did I do that? Or even curious about our kids' behavior instead of yelling, like, get curious, like, what's going on with her right now? Is she hungry? Was that really upsetting to her? Like, so I think that those things are so helpful. And these are little nuggets of wisdom that all these speakers are going to give us. And getting into more like theta state and understanding our subconscious and all these things that we're going to learn at this retreat that we can take away from. So personally, I've been to retreats before, but how cool is it when you have speakers and you're a mom and you can actually walk away and be like, okay, I can have a reset. I can have all these tools now to be not just a better mom, but a better wife, a better person. Yeah. So, and that's what kind of happened with the mom groups that I created. It just happened organically. And moms kept saying, I really was only going to do it for like a month while Zane was little and I didn't want to get out of the house. And then moms are like, you're going to do that next time, right? And now it's been like over 2 years, 2.5 years. So it's just kind of like, I think when things happen organically, you're on the right path. And I'm really excited for this to help other moms. I think we're all going through it. I just don't think it's talked about enough.
I don't think it's talked about enough either. I think I was actually scrolling on Instagram the other day. I'm like pretty good at that. Like I know it doesn't fill me up. I know it doesn't make me feel good, but I was scrolling and I saw a post with like a family and it had to do with kids. And I found myself being like a little pessimistic and going like, oh, that's such bullshit. And like that's not 100% true. Like it's not bullshit when you post a happy picture of like your kids and you or whatever it is, like the pretty posed picture you get, like the instant out of the day where the kids aren't fighting or whatever it is. Like it's not bullshit because it does happen, but I just think like we're such in a habit of like posting the best. Like obviously we all know this, like we scroll on social media and it's just not real life. It's like the top 1%. And sometimes I'm like, is anybody else like feeling like it's this hard? Like, is anybody else this exhausted today? Is anybody else just feeling like putting one foot in front of the other is like virtually impossible some days? And I think that's the type of stuff that we need to normalize. Is like, it is not easy. Homeschooling, nature schooling, public schooling, private schooling, any schooling, mothering, parenting, like it is the hardest, in my opinion, job, role in this world, and I think for me, like I've made such a purpose with it. Like I've like been like, oh, this is so hard because it's teaching me something. And so to bring together the 6 speakers that we have brought together to share their knowledge and wisdom and like pour into us is like, I'm just like so excited. And we're going to be announcing who the speakers are soon. So don't worry. We were going to only initially accept 5 speakers and then we had like 6 and we're like, well, we can't say no to anybody on this list because they're all so amazing and they have different gifts and talents. And I do think it's kind of bringing this like village mentality together. And I wanted to say too, like on our mission, it says on this landing page here, something to the effect of, happy mothers, like happy, healthy mothers, create healthy, happy families. And like, it's the whole expression, like, if mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. And I have like a couple bones to pick with that expression because like, it's a little codependent. Like, okay, everybody else can still be happy, even if mom's not happy. Like, we don't have to. Totally.
It's the energy, though. It's my kid. Zoe always tells me, she's like, it's your energy. When you're stressed, you bring me stress. I'm like, well, when you're stressed, I'm stressed. But
right.
But I'm the mom. I'm supposed to be able to regulate her, and I can't when I'm not myself regulated. So that's why I'm excited for this, because the speakers are going to teach us tools, and we're going to be able to experience hands-on somatic work, hands-on nervous system work, hands-on conscious parenting work. That's all hands-on. So that's what I'm excited about, is being able to like honestly have this day for myself too. I was telling my husband the other day, I'm like, can I go to something like this like now? Like
now? Can we do this now?
Yeah.
I know. It's
Yeah.
so true. And actually, I'm so glad you said, I'm going to put my little podcast thing here because I'm so glad you said that because this week with Brooke McPoyle, I guess, spoiler alert, she's one of the speakers. I can say that, right? We talk about the biofield and like the aura, if you want to get like super woo, and that it's a real thing and we can measure it and we can see, what affects, like how different energies or things affect our biofields. Like it is a real thing, the energy surrounding us as a person. And I know, like, everybody's had this experience where like you stub your toe and then you spill your coffee and then your day is like shit, right? You just like have a bad day because all these bad things keep happening. But like if you take a minute and you realize, like, when you choose to see the good that's happening, whether it's like a different day or the same day, like, oh, my day's just so great. And then you meet someone at the grocery store who's like the exact person that you need to help you babysit or whatever it is, like somebody for your business. Like all these synchronicities start to happen when you're really like in this flowy, loving state. Not even to mention, like, you have a happy family. I know when I'm grumpy, like my kids are grumpy, and I don't know if it's like the chicken or the egg, but it's we affect each other's experience in this world. Like we in this house, really, like not even in the world, like on a very small micro level, like the people who are in our house, we are all kind of bouncing our energy off of one another. And it's our job as the leaders of the family, as the leaders of our household, to stay grounded, to stay present, to stay in a loving presence no matter what. And of course, we get knocked off and then we come back, knocked off and then come back. And that's why we need the tools for sure. So, like a billion people. I keep telling my husband, I'm like, Ashley's like you, because he has so many people in his network and he just knows a ton of people. I'm like, Ashley's like you. Like, 1.5 billion people, Ashley. And I just am so excited for you to bring and here's your business, your Limitless Health. I'm so excited for you to bring so many of the practitioners you've met over the years, so many of the amazing women you've worked with, all together in one room. Like maybe you can speak on, we've talked about this before in our podcast interview, but talk about maybe the power of community in your life and your business too.
Yeah. So, well, when I first started my business, I think it was 2013, it felt very lonely because I was going into this brand new business by myself. Used to be a teacher, and then I'm like, I want to start nutritional counseling and thermography screenings. I don't know how, but that's just my personality. Let's just dive in and see how it goes. So I
You
started going
don't
to
say.
a bunch of networking events. Yeah, that's how I met my husband. Just moved to Australia, live with this guy I hardly know.
Yeah,
You know,
might as well.
um, so yeah, I need the spontaneity too, personally. But
Yeah.
that's kind of how it happened. Organically, I just started going to networking events, and people are like, "Oh, do you want to like do a presentation on nutrition and thermography?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So, and then I just started meeting a lot of people, and then staying in contact with some of them, and others I didn't stay in contact with, but people just get to know you from other people. And then I started networking with a lot of practitioners and doctors and acupuncturists and chiropractors, and I started meeting a lot of people that way. And I did like a yoga teacher training and met a lot of people that way. So I just started meeting a lot of people throughout the community. So that's why when I started the mom group, it was kind of easy to get the practitioners in because I just knew a lot of people. And then other people knew other people and they connected me. So it felt really good. And right now I'm not doing the mommy group because it's summer and it's brutally hot outside and we meet outside, as you know. And I miss it. Like I miss the community. I miss it so much. I was just texting a couple of the people that come weekly and I was like, I can't wait for September to start back up. And that's why I think October conference will be great because a lot of moms can't come to Fridays. They work or, they have other obligations. So this will be a nice event on a Saturday where it gives people the opportunity to still come and get those tools. But yeah, I'm so excited. The community, it literally shifts my life. Like when I'm in community and talking to other adults and not feeling alone, it really helps. It
Yeah.
really helps.
Yeah, me too. Me too. The mommy group I attended with you was January of this year, I guess. It feels like
Yeah.
way much, like it just feels like longer ago. I don't know. It's kind of crazy,
Mhm.
like time warp. And I remember saying on one of the first groups, like, I just am in like a hard place. I was just like kind of struggling. I was like, my toddler was 3, but I was like still like feeling postpartum. I've said that a bunch. And I just feel like the experience of sitting in a circle with women, with sisters, was so powerful. Nobody was judging, nobody was trying to fix my problems. Everybody was just there holding the space for each other, and everybody was struggling in different ways. I mean, I don't even know that everybody was struggling, but some people were struggling and some people weren't. And either way, we're all holding space for whatever was true for each one at the moment. So yeah, it's a powerful thing for sure. Okay, so let's land the plane. We've been on for 20 minutes. It flies by. I'm gonna. Oh, well, it's already up, I think, the link to register for the conference. I think we should end this in what is your hope that the women who come to our Rise and Flourish event, summit, conference, mini retreat, whatever we want to call it. It's like if a conference and a summit and a mini retreat had a baby. Like, would that be accurate ish? What am I missing there?
Yeah, I think it's all of it. I
Okay.
think it's all of it.
Okay. So, what are your hopes that women who attend will walk away? How will they walk away feeling? What will they walk away with? Like, what's your hope for that?
Oh, that's a good question. I've thought about this a lot. I feel like the main thing is I want it to be like, obviously I want people to have an amazing experience the day of and feel so rejuvenated and relaxed, but I don't want it to just be for that day. I want them to walk away with different tools that they can take into their life.
Yeah.
So whether it's the conscious parenting, the nervous system work, the subconscious healing, the motivational part, the breakout sessions, whatever part of it is, they just have that one takeaway where like every day they put that into use. And I feel like that's everything. It's like when you go to something and you use that every day, because you're not going to take away everything from it. It's just too much. So just taking away that one thing. And the
Yeah.
other part is community, like exchanging numbers with these other women, whether it's for yourself and to like hang out with a new friend, or maybe it's to for business. Like a lot of times like we need to go to all these networking things and it doesn't happen, but this is an opportunity where 50 women are coming together and you have an opportunity to make friendships and make business relationships, and I think that that's really powerful, so hopefully creating some friendships as well in the process of it all.
Yeah, ditto to all that. I think we know so many women in our circles and in our extended circles who are very entrepreneurial. And while this isn't like an entrepreneurial or like a business event, so to speak, like I'm very into business. I'm very into my podcast. You're very into business and you've been into business for way longer than me. And like I think this is an opportunity for women to come and talk about who they are, like aside from just being a mother. Like, what are you passionate about? What do you want to do? What are your hopes and your dreams? Like, maybe you'll meet a partner to put on an event like this. Maybe you'll meet the person who you want to start a podcast with. Maybe you'll meet, fill in the blank here. So that's definitely one of my hopes, is that community piece, like you said. And really, that the group of women who are going to be there, and I know this is true already, right? It's in the works and it's already happened too at the same time. That the group of women who are going to be there is like it's going to be exactly who needs to be in the room, and the energy and just the beautiful love that's going to be in that room that day. I just hope that people will leave feeling like on cloud nine, and that it will last too, because that's not realistic to be on cloud nine every day, but to know that you have that inside of you as an option to feel that way all the time, right? We have a choice to create a limitless life, and so I really, really hope that the women, including us, walk away with that day. Is there anything else you want to add before we hop off?
No, I think it's just a transformational shift. Like I feel like just having that shift in perspective is going to be everything. Like whatever tool it is in that moment where you want to scream at your kid and then you have a shift of, oh, I can do whatever the tool is that they learned, or oh, let me get curious here, or whatever it is. It's like just having those tools in our toolbox, and like resetting our nervous system and being able to do that like on a conscious level, not just, you know what I mean? I feel like that's pretty going to be pretty powerful.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, bye everyone. If you're here hanging out with us live, thanks for hanging out. And if you're catching the replay, hey. Okay, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.